I'm here today to announce the appointment of David Weiss as a special counsel, consistent with the Department of Justice regulations governing such matters.
Talk about putting out the fire with gasoline. Golly. Merrick Garland, just now, wait until you guys hear this. Welcome back, Dana Loesch with you. Just now, he announced, and I saw this first from Shannon Bream, he's announced that U.S. Attorney Weiss, who is already investigating the Hunter Biden case, is named as the special counsel. This is where you don't find any daylight with Republicans. Because you see, sometimes you'll get some Republicans out there that are like, oh, well, I like this guy, et cetera, et cetera. Nobody likes this guy. This is the guy that the whistleblowers accused of obstruction. There's not any daylight between the most hardcore street grassroots activists and National Review. That's how bad this guy is. Weiss's team, literally as Garland was announcing that Weiss has been chosen as special counsel, which just separately, that is such a delayed decision. It's crazy that it took that long. Weiss's team filed court papers saying that talks with Hunter Biden had reached an impasse. This is from Politico just 2 minutes ago. And that the case is likely headed to trial in a different jurisdiction, either California or D.C. So he made Weiss special counsel. Weiss is the guy who will write the report on this. He's the guy who has been investigating this whole time anyway. The slow walked investigation. Whistleblowers were saying that he was obstructing, that he was not bringing charges in other districts like California. And so he would not cooperate. Like when he sent a letter to Jim Jordan, and he immediately started off saying he's not going to cooperate with Jim Jordan's investigation, etc. And when Weiss was delayed, his response to what these whistleblowers had said was that, oh, well, it's the prosecutors. Because you had Gary Shapley. He's the IRS whistleblower who gave the testimony. He was in front of House Ways and Means. And he was the one who said that you had multiple requests by Weiss to DOJ for special counsel authority. And this is the other thing. He was slow walking, and the DOJ also was not cooperating. Because Shapley was saying that it was the Biden-appointed U.S. Attorney for D.C., Matthew Graves, that refused to allow Weiss to bring charges against Biden in the jurisdiction. But then you had a ton of requests by Weiss. He wanted to have special counsel authority, and that some of that was denied. But then he's also accused of slow walking it. So Weiss was saying that prosecutors wouldn't allow something to go forward without whether it was a search warrant or whether there were charges. He's the prosecutor. Here's the question. How much was he slow walking and how much was the DOJ slow walking? Because this is a disaster. This is a horrible choice. Shapley was saying that Weiss, that he had been, apparently there was a tug of war, I guess, over authority, etc. They had that letter that he sent where he was like, I'm not going to give you more information on this investigation or how it's pursued or not pursued. That's one of the things that he sent to Jim Jordan. And Weiss had told, and if you remember Shapley, he was the special agent there with the IRS. He had told Shapley that he wasn't the one. Don't blame him. He's not the guy who's in charge of making these decisions about Hunter Biden. Don't blame him. It's like everybody wants to immediately pass the buck with us. They do. It's like they all want to pass the buck. This is just good heavens. So this, it is one of the worst. It's the pick that you pick if you want to make yourself look as suspicious as possible. Garland said that Weiss asked him on Tuesday to be appointed as the special counsel citing the need to continue investigating. So the same guy who had worked on the blanket immunity deal, after that deal fell apart, the same guy wants to continue investigating it. Do I understand that correctly?
Yep.
You're kidding me.
Wish I was.
This is a joke. Oh, well, the guy, guess can't get that blanket immunity on everything. So, oh my goodness. I still have to continue investigating it. So, he's the special counsel involved. He was asked, here's the thing, what changed? He had asked previously to be special counsel, and he was denied before. What changed? For real, what changed? That's per his own response to the whistleblower allegations that I just was reading you, the letter that he sent to Jim Jordan. So if he had requested previously to be special counsel, why was he denied then and now it's okay? I mean, my first reaction is it's because the blanket immunity fell apart and they're going to nail Hunter Biden unless somebody intervenes at a more intimate level. That's how I'm looking at it. I mean, that's, wow. There is any kind of accountability. So there, you have, I think, Comer, you have Jim Jordan. The House Oversight's been doing such a great job at piecing all of this together, messaging the developments and what's been recently discovered to the public. And as we are learning a fuller picture and getting a lot of the backstory as to what happened, the guy that came along that was involved in the special offer for blanket immunity wants them to not investigate anymore because he wants to investigate. This is not a good development. Not at all. Because this, I don't see anything at all from this past investigation, from any of Weiss's work that speaks to any kind of impartiality. I mean, they're trying to protect Hunter Biden. This is literally the exact same. David Weiss is the same guy who offered Hunter Biden the blanket immunity deal. He is the same guy who was whittling down his felonies to misdemeanors. It was his exact offer. This is the same guy. There is no question about it. I mean, I've got a million questions. A million questions with this. So keep a lookout for Jim Jordan and James Comer's response for sure. Because, whoo boy, this is well, the fix is in, as they would say. That's exactly what this is. I think it got too hot. I think the investigation was getting too hot, and ultimately that's what they're trying to do with us. It was getting too hot. There was too much information. It was getting too close. They were piecing it together too well, so they had to do something. I mean, again, I can't say this enough. This is the same guy that offered the sweetheart deal. This is the same guy. You know, two of the tax evasion charges that he had that were major felonies, that they downgraded them to misdemeanors. Same dude. Yeah, sorry. Came the secret blanket immunity deal that they were trying to hide. What gets me is that, so I'm going to pull this piece. Jennifer Van Laar reminds me of this. So remember, he had said previously, Weiss had said, "Oh no, I want to be special counsel. I want to be have special counsel authority." He is towards the end of July. He was trying to rewrite the history on that, and claim, "Oh no, I never said that." So who's telling the truth? You can't trust any of these people. I sure as hell don't trust the guy that was offering the blanket immunity, the secret blanket immunity to Hunter Biden. See, this is what I'm talking about. Average, everyday American people are done with this. So the special counsel is going to be able, just thinking here, any jurisdiction that they want to investigate, they'll be able to do so. And then the AG has said that they'll make it public if possible. The one thing that I wonder, though, is I don't think that there's going to I think any kind of reconstitution of a plea deal is gone. Any chance at that? Do you get that sense too? Yeah. I feel like since it fell apart, with now that he's special counsel, I feel like that's done. That's
should be, yeah.
I mean, it should be, yeah, but what's their play here?
I think they'll slow walk this until all the statutes of limitations runs out on any potential crime.
That's a good. That's because that's the thing that Andy McCarthy was telling everyone to ask. I just flashed back to IRS whistleblower Gary Shapley. He said the DOJ was allowing the president's political appointees to weigh in on whether or not to even charge Hunter Biden in the first place. So this is pretty extraordinary. I mean, man, if your last name is Baldwin or Baldwin, hell, you can get away with drugs and murder. Who knows?